Hey guys, Zack here, and welcome back to another action figure review, and today we'll be taking a look at the Bandai movie monster series Fire Rodan. Now, this version of Rodan comes from the 1993 film Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla in '93. Shout out to the homie J1 for, suggesting I call this movie, by that. Um, the whole Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2 thing always just confused me, so from now on, I'm definitely going to refer to that movie as Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla '93. So, J1, thank you so much. But anyway, as far as that movie goes, I like it. It's probably one of my favorite Heisei Godzilla movies. I think it's, pretty enjoyable. It's not my all-time favorite. I think my favorite Heisei movie would either be, I don't know, there's Godzilla vs. Biollante, which I really like, but I also really like Godzilla '84. But also Godzilla vs. Destroyer is a great movie too. I don't know, but yeah, those are at least my top three favorite Heisei Godzilla movies. But Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla '93 is still a very enjoyable movie. So if you haven't checked it out, then please do so. So yeah, I don't really have a whole lot else to say. So let's just get right into this. Before we take a look at the figure itself, I just want to take a quick look at the tag. So the front here, we have a nice picture of Fire Rodan, from Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla '93. At the bottom here, we have Fire Rodan and the Godzilla 2023 emblem. And I'm just now realizing that this movie actually turns 30 this year, which is actually pretty cool. I don't know the exact release date off the top of my head, so I'll probably put it up on screen. But either way, happy earlier belated birthday to this movie. But yeah. But anyway, movie monster series and the Bandai logo here. We have a nice silhouette of Rodan's wing. And also, we have Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla right here in Japanese. Some legal information here. Toho, made in China. And on the inside, again, we just have some more legal information. This is all Japanese, so I can't really, read this, but still, there you go. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for the tag here. Now, going back to the actual figure itself, like usual, we're going to start by taking a look at the paint. And the painting on this figure, I think, looks really nice. So, as you can see, the entirety of this figure is casted in this nice reddish coloration, which I think looks really nice. The underside of the wings here, we have a nice bit of airbrushing of this yellowish-whitish color, which looks nice. And we get that same coloration for the body here and the underside of the neck here, which again looks really good. The toenails and fingernails are painted black. Now, going to the head, we can see that the beak is painted black, which I think looks nice. It would have been nicer if it was more like a slightly brighter shade of gray, but still, the beak here still looks nice. And his eyes here are painted yellow with black pupils. His little horns on the back of his head here, they are painted the same color as the body and the underside of the wings here, which looks nice, though unfortunately the back of them aren't really painted, which is kind of a shame, but it is what it is. And also, these little spikes on his back here, they are completely unpainted as well, but again, not the end of the world, because, I think the rest of the painting on this figure looks very solid. Everything is very neat, nothing's too sloppy, and yeah, overall this figure just looks very presentable. So yeah, the painting on this figure is good. I'd say the painting here gets a pass. Now we'll take a look at the articulation, and the articulation on this figure, there's not a lot here. The legs can move forward about that much. I don't want to scuff up the paint on the wings here, but the legs can kick that far, and they can kick about back that far. Unfortunately, there's no articulation in the head, which a little bit of a missed opportunity, but not the end of the world. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the articulation. I don't know, it's tough, because it would have been nice if we had, like, head articulation, but besides the head, I can't really imagine anything else being articulated. This is a Bandai vinyl, and, these don't really have the most points of articulation, so yeah, I'd say I'm going to be generous, and I'm going to give the articulation here 3/4 of a pass. I say 3/4 instead of a whole pass because, again, there's no articulation in the head, and if it had head articulation, then it would have gotten a full pass, but there's no head articulation, so instead, it just gets 3/4 of a pass. So, yeah. Now we'll take a look at the sculpting, and the sculpting on this figure, I think looks really nice. I think it captures the likeness of the 93 design for Rodan very nicely. Um, yeah, Bandai usually does a good job with making good sculpts. Like if the painting isn't on point, then the sculpting is definitely on point, and that's no exception here because the sculpting here still looks very nice and pretty spot on to what we see in Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla '93. So yeah, I don't really know what else to say. This is just a Bandai vinyl of Rodan from Godzilla vs. '93. It looks good. So yeah, the sculpting on this figure looks great. Definitely gets a pass. Now, we'll take a look at the detailing, and the detailing on this figure is very nice, so let's take a closer look at that. So, starting off with the head here, we can see that the beak has a lot of really nice detailing here. All the little cracks and the little creases there, I think, look very nice, and even the inside of his mouth there, just a lot of really nice detailing. And again, the head here has a lot of really nice detailing here. All the wrinkles and his brows here, I think, are detailed very nicely. And just a lot of really nice, just a lot of really nice detailing here. All the wrinkles and whatnot. And it's just detailed very nicely. Everything here just looks very nicely defined. The underside of the body is detailed very nicely too. Again, all of this almost like plated armor sort of a look here is detailed very nicely. Just looks very nice, very well defined. And same with the wings here. Again, all the little folds and flaps here are detailed very nicely, and just a lot of really nice bits of detailing at the end of the wings here. And even his little fingers there, detailed pretty nicely. So yeah, the wings have a lot of really nice detailing to them as well. The legs here look very nice as well. Again, just a lot of really nice bits of these creases look really nice, and overall just a lot of really nice detailing here. Everything here is very neat, very nicely defined, and it just looks really nice. And the back of the figure here, again, all of these wrinkles here look very nice, just very nicely defined. I know I'm a broken record, but still, they are, and just like the back of the neck here. This part of the figure, right here, doesn't look the best, admittedly, but still the back of the wings here have that nice bit of detailing to them as well. And even that little tail there has a lot of really nice detailing as well. So, yeah. Oh, also, the horns on the back of his head, or spike, whatever you want to call them. The detailing here looks very nice as well. Just a lot of, just a lot of really nice, creases and cracks and whatnot there. So, yeah. Anyway, that is it for the detailing on this figure. And the detailing here looks very good, Just like with the sculpting, Bandai usually does a pretty good job giving their Bandai vinyls a, nice bit of detailing. And again, that's no exception here because the detailing here is nice. So, yeah, the detailing on this figure, I'd say definitely gets a pass. Now, we'll do some size comparisons. Here we have the Bandai 1998 Showa Rodan. Here we have the Bandai Movie Monster Series 2004 Rodan, right here. Here we have the Bandai Movie Monster Series Super Mechagodzilla. Again, I wish Super Mechagodzilla was a little taller, but still, I think these two look very nice next to each other. And of course, like usual, here we have some hand sanitizer. And here we have Dr. Billy Grant. So at the end of the day, should you get this figure? I'd say yes. I think this is a very nice figure. It's a nice little figure of Fire Rodan, and I think it does a pretty good job of like capturing the likeness of that design of the character from that movie. I think the painting could have been a little better in some spots, but for the most part, like for what we got, the painting here is actually very nice. Especially for a Bandai vinyl. The articulation, some head articulation would have been nice, but still, it's a Bandai vinyl. But yeah, the sculpting, the detailing, it's all nice. And overall, I do think that this is a nice figure. It's not like the highest quality figure out there. Bandai vinyls, they usually aren't. But for what it is, I think this is a very nice figure, and I definitely recommend that you pick him up. As far as price tags go, I got this guy from Hobby Link Japan for about like $20. Shipping is a little kind of adds to that. So with shipping, I use FedEx, so I get at most I'm paying like $40, but before shipping, this guy's only $20, and honestly, I think that's a pretty nice deal because I think the quality on this figure is very nice for that price. So yeah. So yeah, definitely get this figure if you can because, like I said, it is a nice figure. So yeah. Anyway, that is it for today. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you in the next video. Peace, Zack out.